Welcome back for another fun craft video. This is the perfect fall craft that we're going to be doing with paper products. We're going to be putting a paper pumpkin lantern together. In your kit, you should have two circles with a hole in it. You should also have a circle with a slit in it, 2 of them. You should have a leaf for the top of your pumpkin, vellum paper, 12 of these. The vellum paper is translucent, so you can kind of see through it a little bit. You should have 12 leaf designs of these, 4 strips of paper, and the stem at the top. So in order to put all of these pieces together, you're going to need some hot glue as well as Elmer's glue or tacky glue if you have. This is such a great project. I did all the hard work using the Cricut. We cut the pieces and it probably took about 45 minutes just to cut one project. So we hope that you really appreciate this one. And obviously in the end, you will put a little lantern candle inside. Let's have fun. As we begin this craft, I just want to make mention of the score lines in your project. They are usually these indentations in your pieces, and what you're going to do is basically it helps you to fold them over a little bit so that we can make the foldings and make it stick better to all of the other pieces. So our first step in making the pumpkin lantern is to take our vellum paper and we're going to glue it to the piece of the leaf cardstock. And I want to mention also that some of you have different color vellum paper. It's only because there was like a variety pack and we just did what we could. So just have fun with it. You can be creative and use alternate colors, or you could just use one color. If you want, you could go buy your own vellum paper if you don't like what we gave, and you can also just cut out a piece for yourself. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is glue these vellum papers onto your leaf design, and you're going to glue them on the side that has the score line. So if you see here, I'm like folding these pieces up a little bit. So this is the side that you're going to be gluing the vellum on. After you have completed all 12 of these panels, you are going to glue them to this piece with the little slit in the middle. And what we're going to do is take the tip part, the pointy part of this, and we're going to put a little glue on this side and then flip it over and stick it straight onto the this circle.
I do think this would make a fun, pretty flower for your window, and the sunlight can shine right through the vellum paper. But for right now, we are obviously making a pumpkin, and our way that we're going to solidify all of these panel pieces is just by gluing this second circle slit piece right on top so that they all fit. Of course, make sure that the slits line up in the middle. Our next step is going to be taking these 4 slits, and what you're going to do is fold each one of them along the score line, and then we're going to evenly place them around the pumpkin. However, before we begin that, we just want to flip our pumpkin over so that the inside is being displayed. And you're going to basically glue them one here and then skip and do 1, 2, and then do the next one, and then 1, 2, skip and do these, then 1, 2, and glue it down this way. So while all of these are drying, what we're going to do is flip this back over to our outside of the pumpkin, and we're going to work on the stem part. The stem is this piece of paper, and what we're going to do is you could take a pencil or a paintbrush, whatever you have on hand that's nice and thin like this, and we're going to curl the stem. I'm going to take the edge of the pencil to give it a very tight curl. And then what you're going to do is roll it up just like I am doing here.
And you just kind of keep rolling till all of it is in a curling position. This is definitely the hardest part of this project because it's a little bit of a pain to just get it through the pumpkin and curl it the way you want it to. If you really want a tight curl, I would definitely recommend a paintbrush because it is thinner. But this is what I have on hand, so I'm going to just show you the pencil technique. After you kind of curl it to your desired stem look, you're going to kind of just fold this back a little bit and glue this part down to the stem. Obviously it's going to take a little bit of time to dry, but I will hold it here for a few minutes so that it sticks good. Once it is sticking very well, you're going to put this part through the slit of your pumpkin. But what I can tell you is that it's not really fitting very well. So what I need to do with mine, and this may be the case with yours, is you may have to trim it down a little bit. So I'm going to trim mine down just a little to see if I can get a better look of the stem and fit it through this slit. So let's do that. And then it slides right through. Once it slides right through, you can flip it over and then you just glue it down. Once you are done with the stem, we are going to finally form our pumpkin using this piece. And what we're going to do is basically pull all of these up, and on each edge, you're going to glue each panel to this piece. And then what you're going to also do later on is we're going to take this inside piece and just glue it to the top so that it kind of pushes the pumpkin into a better formation. So let's do this together. You'll see exactly how I do it. When you get down to the last 3 panels, I just recommend that you glue these inside pieces, these inside supports, and what you're going to do is glue it to the top one. You could even go through the hole. It might be a little easier, but at least you can get the glue in on the inside piece. Okay, way to follow instructions. I kind of messed up a little bit, and I think what I'm about to tell you is going to make it a lot easier for these inside supports, these little strings, thin strips that we have here. What you're going to do is I stuck them inside here, but what you actually need to do is pull them through the loop of your pumpkin and glue them on this side Of course, we need to bend it, right? So glue them on this side so that it's like on the outside of your pumpkin, and that will make it a lot easier. What I had done was glued them on the inside. It doesn't matter that you're gluing them on the outside, because what you're going to do at the final end is put your nice clean circle over the top of all the mess. So again, just take this thin strip of paper, the 4 strips, and glue them this way, and it should be very nice and form into a pumpkin. We are almost done with our pumpkin, and we're just going to lay this piece right on top to make it look very nice. And obviously we will glue it down. After that bottom piece is dry, all we need to do is glue our leaf to our pumpkin any which way that you see fit is best. Be as creative as possible, and then you just put your tea light right underneath where the hole is, and when you want to turn it on, it turns into a beautiful luminary. One final note is you can play around with your stem and uncurl it a little bit so that it can stick up straight. This is my pumpkin that I just made, and like I said, just put a tea light underneath and turn it on, and it shines bright and glowy. We hope you enjoyed this fall craft, and we look forward to another one with you.